Good day, everyone. We are here, the Group 6, to represent or to discuss to you about the Chapter 7 Ethical Decision Making. So, this is my group mates, and I am the leader of this team. I am Jonathan Ibacabinlor.
And I am Erica Chanel D. Gonzalez.
I am Eliza Grace Ferrer.
And I am Sandy Iko.
So, this is the Group 6. So, today, before we start our discussion, we're gonna read about our objectives for our topic. The first one objective is to gather all the pertinent or information related to the decision at hand to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the situation. What is the second one, Eliza?
The second one is to identify ethical issues or moral dilemmas within a decision-making process, demonstrating moral awareness and sensitivity to ethical implications. The third one will be set by Sandy.
Third is overreaching objectives is to uphold core character values like trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and good citizenship throughout the decision-making process.
So that is our objective. So we're gonna go at the introduction. So for our introduction, what is ethical decision making? Eliza, what is it?
So, ethical decision-making Ethical decision making is a crucial process for individuals and organizations to follow in order to make decisions guided by ethical principles and values. It involves a systematic approach to decision making that takes into account the ethical implications of various options and to make choices that are consistent with ethical standards and principles.
So today, about decision making is we gonna learn how to decision at in right and how you will follow your decision at in the good side.
Principles of ethical conduct. The principles of ethical conduct provide a framework for making moral decisions and promoting integrity, respect, and fairness. In various contexts, these principles emphasize the importance of treating others with integrity, avoiding conflicts of interest, and making decisions that are consistent with ethical values and standards. These are the 14 principles of ethical conduct. Number one, we have the categorical and practical imperative, also known as a Kant imperative. These are the rules that we can use to help us determine when we should act. And number two, the conventionalistic ethic. It is our duty to act in such a manner that we would want everyone else to act in a similar manner. Practical imperative treats others as ends in themselves, not as means to other goals. And we have number two, the conventionalistic ethic. Business is like a game with permissive ethic. And number three, the disclosure rule. It is an ethic decision by asking how would you feel. And we have number four, the doctrine of the mean. Virtue is achieved through true moderation. And number five, the golden rule. An idea found in the great religions and works of philosophy, the golden rule is a principle of treating others as one would want to be treated by them. And number six, intuition ethics. What is good or right is understood by an inner moral sense based on character development. And we have number seven, might equals right. Justice is the interest of stronger, a society view of right and wrong, determined by those in power. A person has the right to freedom of action. And number 10, the proportionality ethic. The proportionality is a set of rules for making decisions and having both good and evil consequences. Principles of proportionality, manager can read predictable. And we have number 11, the principles of double effect. When both and good evil consequence result from a decision. And the right ethic, a strong philosophical movement defining natural rights that most important to human rights. And number 13, the theory of justice. Each, each person should act fairly toward others in order to maintain the bonds of the community and distribute justice. It is concerned with how to allocate resources fairly among members of a society, taking into account factors such as wealth, income, and social status. And retribute justice. Punishment should be even-handed. Compensatory justice. Victims should receive fair compensation for damage. And the last one, we have the utilitarian ethic. The greatest good for the greatest number. And the next reporter is Jonathan Macabinlar.
So thank you, Erica Chanel de Gonzalez, for reporting the 14th principle of conduct. So next one is all about the character development. What do you think is the character development? Development refers to the process of creating a fully formed fictional characters with a depth and complexity, allowing them to evolve and grow throughout a story. It involves portraying characters with the believable traits, motivation, flaws, and arcs that reflect real-life human experience. This process is essential for engaging storytelling across various mediums like film, television, short story, and novels. Development is that refers to the process of creating fictional characters, which depth and complexity. As like for example, one of the character development can be seen a protagonist facing conflicts so that force them to grow and change. Through experience, like loss, hope, sacrifice, and change character involve adopting of new looks and over time like making moral decision. For instance, characteristics is just like Jane Eyre and John Clayford exhibit the true strong-willed and independent traits, which lead them to comport complex between the desire and society expectation for the act of the journey of creating completing plot. So, good character development includes traits like creating believable character. So character development is a lot of topic, but we should focus on how we create a character development in the decision making. So the next one, strategic approach to ethical behavior. Strategic approach to the ethical behaviors refer to the methods and practice that organizers can implement to promote ethical conduct and decision making among their employees. This approach aims to create a culture of ethics within the organization that aligns with its values and mission, and that encourage employees to make ethical choice in their work. This strategic approach to ethical behavior is reference for the good one or the leader one, because he was guide or giving a process to his employee to give fastest learning or give him advice to how to be in grow on how to be you manage that kind of situation. And this strategic approach or of the ethical behavior is was a giving a decision making to the be employee. Because you was the guide, giving them a guide or the process to how will you do or the how will you do the good thing and the bad thing. So a strategic approach ethical behavior was help us to grow and to maintain our decision making and to plan with how to grow our businesses. So the next reporter will be the Sandy Eco. Thank you.
Ethical training and communication. Ethics training and communication are crucial components of any organization's ethics program. This involves establishing training programs and communication systems to reduce employees about the company's ethical standards, laws, regulations, and social norms. The training should empower employees to make ethical decisions and provide them with resources and personal care guidance. The theory, Aristotle believed that moral virtue is the result of a habit. He argued that through daily practice and making the right choices, individuals can develop virtue character. Ethicals officer typically uh, oversee the training, ensuring it's tailored to the organization and the risk focused by employees. It's also important for top executives to communications with oper- operational level managers about ethical issues and provide guidance and addressing them. An effective ethics program can mitigate potential legal consequences, while an effective one could lead to negative publicity and financial loss. Ethical practices should be implemented through training programs, educating employees about ethical frameworks and models for analyzing issues. And the next reporter will be Eliza Grace Ferrer.
So let's go to establishing systems to monitor and enforce ethical standards. Ethical compliance involves comparing employee ethical performance with an organization's ethical standards. Ethical compliance can be measured through employee observation, internal audits, surveys, reporting systems, and investigations. This ethical compliance is the thing that some employees can use to observe their staffs on things that they are doing.
So that is for our topic, and that was our presentation. That I hope you guys understand or listen to our topic. Thank you guys, and I hope you listen.